just a very quick, very important announcement is how is the next summit t-shirt going to look like? So more seriously, just very briefly talking about the plans for where we're going to meet up next year. Next year. Spoiler alert, it's not decided yet, so I'm just telling you a bit where we're up to and get a bit of initial feedback and tell you when we're going to vote for it. So we have that principle of trying to move between Europe, the USA, and the rest of the world. I think it's a good principle because then it's not always the same people that have to travel far away. I know it's been far for a lot of you this time, but it's been really close to home for another half of the room, so it's quite nice to have that rotation. So it has been starting in Munich, 2022, last year in Minneapolis, this year in Sydney, so logically it's going to be in Europe next year. We have, with the Linux Foundation, explored 4 locations. Just to make it a bit fun, I found 4 pictures of these places, and you can guess where they are. So that's the first one.
I know that one.
You know that one. So
That's Zurich.
that's Zurich. So that's one of the options. That's another one. Prague. Good. So that's the other one. So Zagreb in Croatia. And 4th one. Bordeaux, exactly, where I've been living for the last year and a half. So that's missing. And then Neo can do another video with wine glasses on top of the car. All right, so yeah, briefly, this is what we have been exploring. Why those cities where, some of them, we have some people that are coming to those summits that are located there. Others, it's just mainly because the Linux Foundation has organized events in those locations recently, so they had already experience in there. So this is, the different areas. We are going to have, like last year, an online vote for people to say if they have any preferences. When we have figured out that they're all fully viable, like I'm still figuring out the budget and that everything fits, they should all be feasible. Zurich is probably going to be the most expensive one, so we'll see if that still fits in the budget. But that's pretty much it. So importantly, after the event, you're going to receive a survey. First of all, please participate to the survey. This helps us, just generally speaking, in terms of not just the location, but in terms of improving the experience. We do take that into account. This is why we have longer breaks this time, so that people can talk more during the breaks without me having to do ding, ding, ding after 10 minutes like last year. We have those informal social activities that we had this year, also because some people said, hey, I'm a bit of an outsider and I feel that I'm coming to a big family that all know each other and I don't know who to talk to. So this was quite helpful to have those social activities. So anything like that, if you have feedback, please use a survey for that. We'll have a tick here, like I want to be contacted to vote on the location because it's going to be a different vote survey. So please tick that and then we'll contact you to vote on the survey. On the location. So that's for that, so stay tuned. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the co-chairs are rotating. So we have someone that stays for 2 years, that it's like a senior co-chair, and then the junior co-chair becomes a senior one. So basically, we don't know yet who the next one is going to be, but definitely one of them is going to be Nick. So I just want to come back to that one and say thank you to Ihor for having been co-chair for 2 years. And thank you for Nick to be again next year, and stay tuned for the following one. That's all I have, but pretty much stay tuned, but I just wanted to give a few updates. Yeah?
Are there going to be any extra shirts for this year? Because they ran out quickly.
Yes, so I think that I can check with the lab. So what happened is that we had quite a number of late registrations after the cutoff for the T-shirts. I don't know if they actually checked when we did registration that if you have ordered one, you have one. Okay, well, we can organize something. So how are we going to do that? Well, we're probably going to contact. I'll ask them, and at lunchtime I'll let people know if they want that extra T-shirt. We'll organize it. Thank you for that.
I think most of the late registrants were local, so it should be easy.
Right. But I haven't been asked whether I had ordered one. So some people, I think, took T-shirts without having had... Anyway, some people ticked to have a T-shirt and didn't have it.
You can add it to the survey.
We can add it to the survey to get an extra T-shirt. Okay. Yes?
Roughly what time will be the summit next year?
Good question. So we'll keep in the same time frame. So the quotes have been asked was from last week of August to mid-October, and then we're trying to get which venue have what. So it depends on the venue, but that's roughly the same time frame, but starting a little bit earlier, maybe late August to mid-October are the weeks that we are currently considering.
Because that might depend on what we are voting for.
I can put in the vote, when we do the vote, we can tell which weeks those ones would be available. But again, subject to change because it's, depending on the venue's availabilities.